Shabbat Shalawam, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai Ba'asham Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all the sincere Akim. Woe unto them that give suck in those days. Okay. Right, you can clearly see the headline right here. This is going to be a little bit of in the news, okay, local Nigerian news. Just came across a few articles. I just wanted to go into a little bit through the spirit. Okay, so some of the local headlines that you're seeing happen that is going on right here in Nigeria. Okay, just going to go through them through the spirit. So this is the first one. Child malnutrition mounts amid conflicts in northeast Nigeria. Okay, so both northeast and southeast Nigeria, and second, not areas, northeast and southeast Nigeria, you're having conflicts all throughout that region, going into the exact same thing, okay? Basically, these Muslim Hamites out here oppressing Jake, okay, oppressing the Israelites and even oppressing their own people, okay, putting hell on them, so on and so forth. And that's what all of this is going into, right? And that's what all of this conflict, all of this insecurity, all the situations that you have in Nigeria is really going into, okay? So just going into more into the causes of on our people, but also even more so the judgments of Yahweh Hashem Shine. Okay. So now let's get this article and it reads Maiduguri, which is a state in Nigeria. Aiza Ali's five children are still waiting to eat at 3 p.m. It's not the first day that the family has gone without food since they fled extremist violence in northeast Nigeria 6 years ago. And that's right, because here in Nigeria you still have that food shortage, okay, in most parts of the country, or the more rural parts of the country, especially when you have places that are highly insecure, where people, you have ISIS, you have Boko Haram, you have these different terrorist groups, okay, these different militant groups, okay, even kidnappers, you know, all kinds of hell breaking loose in Nigeria, man. But through the spirit and power, how about Shimi Ashai, okay? It's all being done through the spirit and power, how about Shimi Ashai? It's all being done as judgment to you people, okay? All kinds of hell is breaking loose out here in Nigeria. And like I said, there's a plague of the sword, okay, a plague of war on this nation, and that's why you're seeing this happen. So now you're seeing famine coming forth as a result of the war, because people are dying on the streets. Nobody wants to plant crops anymore or grow food in order to feed themselves. And people are running scared, refugee camps they're running scared and take time to take refuge in other parts of the country. And even that is causing conflict as well, because you have these refugees, starting up problems and starting up wahala in other regions of the country. And it's a whole situation that you see, breaking forth. I don't really know how to explain it, but the only thing that we can say, okay, using Okam's razor, how to just simplify it, it's all the judgments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So now you have a new thing, okay, not just food shortages. And it's something that the Most High is really putting a highlight on right now, because when you think of food shortages, you think of famine, you're thinking of, grown people looking for food to eat. But you forget that even the kids got to eat too, right? Even little babies and the children have to eat too. So the famine affects them, and probably even the most, because it's more difficult for them to, you know, basically go without food for long periods of time, especially the babies. Man, that's why the scriptures say, woe unto them that give suck in those days, all right? Because these are the times that are coming. These are the times that are coming into the times of Jacob's trouble, the time of great tribulation upon the earth. And let's get some of those precepts, all right? Just to let you people out here in the world know exactly what time it is, because you people are still bullshitting. You're still pretending as if you don't understand what's going on the earth right now. But the Most High, through His servants, the prophets, okay, and through prophecy and judgment, is showing you the times that we're in, and this is the time to this is the time basically, okay, to tighten up in this truth, man. Jeremiah 30 verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, okay? Showing you that no region is safe, no area, no land is safe from Jacob's trouble. And I'm speaking to you Nigerians right now, because, man, Nigerians in this country, But you all came out there, they are bullshitting right now, man, thinking that everything is going to be all right, you know. Jake out down here in Nigeria are still sleep as fuck, man. And then, they are still in that death state, still in that death-like sleep, okay, refusing to be woken up, okay. But anyway, continuing on in the article. She and her husband scrape together $3 a day, but it's rarely enough to feed the family of seven. Often they scavenge for grains outside the Jere displacement camp where they live on the outskirts of Maiduguri. If I remember correctly, $3 a day, roughly, that's roughly 1,500. Okay, which of course is actually not enough. When you think about it, 'cause when you are, which is actually not enough. Okay, in order to, as in going into cost of living here in Nigeria. But anyway, continuing on, but that is the point right there. Okay, because the times that are coming into, okay, whether you have the money, whether you don't have the money, it's not the money that you're going to use to eat, but rather it's the resources to use to buy the foods. And this money, this fiat currency, it's losing its value day by day. Okay, $3 isn't as powerful, as it was just even last year. All right. With so anyway, continuing on. If we don't see food, we drink water. The 25-year-old mother says her 4-month-old tugging at her dress, only God can help us. Aid agencies are warning that families like hers are increasingly at risk amid lower food production this year in Nigeria. And as global humanitarian funds are being diverted as a result of war in Ukraine, acute malnutrition has soared from affecting 1.4 million children in the Northeast to 1.7 million children in the last year, according to Priscilla Bayo Nicholas, a nutrition specialist with the UN Children's Agency in Nigeria's Borno State. In 2017, the number was just 400,000. Okay, and this is showing you, okay, how bad the situation on the earth has gotten in just the past 5 years. Okay, no, sorry, not 5 years, but rather, yeah, 5 years. 2017 to 2022 is 2022 is 5 years. Okay, so 5 years, the number of children suffering from malnutrition here in Nigeria went up by went up damn near 500%. Okay, damn near 5 times. Okay, showing you that the times that were coming into, man, where the troubles on the earth, the judgment of the Most High, and the troubles have escalated up to 5 times in the past 5 years. Okay, so every year it doubles. Okay, and it's soon going to start tripling, because now you can't even go one day in this truth without seeing something new pop up in the news. Now you're hearing about this news, so-called epidemic going out, monkey, which is the monkey pox. Okay, they're really going, I'm just waiting to see, all right, how that's the situation with the monkeypox will actually turn out. Okay, now I'm still a little bit shaky on whether I should, I should actually, whether it should be regarded as whether it should be regarded as just another, disease going down, leading to the destruction of Babylon the Great, because you have so many things going on the earth right now, so many different epidemics and so many different viruses and so on and so forth breaking out throughout the earth. Okay, can't just, But anyway, continuing on. That is continuing on. If we don't treat them, we will lose these children, she warned. Like Ali, many in Northeast Nigeria have had their livelihoods destroyed since 2009. Since 2009, when extremists started waging an insurgency in Africa's most populous country. The attacks carried out by Boko Haram and its offshoots, the Islamic State in West Africa province, have killed more than 35,000 people in Nigeria and neighboring Chad, Niger, and Cameroon, while at least 2.1 million people have been displaced, according to UN figures. That's once again going into the plague of the sword. Okay, that's the book of Ezekiel 21, I believe. Say, son of man, say a sword is upon the land, and a sword truly is upon the land. Okay, and the Most High is using these, extremists, terrorists, insurgents, whatever you want to call them, to put hell upon the people. Okay, to put hell upon you Israelites, because once again the causes, okay, that have fallen upon our people for their disobedience. Okay, but yeah, that's basically what I wanted to get about that. Famine, pestilence, famine, war, okay, the sword, okay, coming upon the earth, even pestilence with the whole monkey pox, okay, coming upon the earth. And these are all the judgments of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, man, because we are in those times, okay, a time of great trouble, such as has never been seen in the world before. So this is the book of Daniel 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Okay. And we are coming into those times right now. And these are just the birth pains, okay, before this great trouble will be delivered upon the earth. Okay. I have seen, you know, different symptoms, okay, popping up all over the earth, to show this situation that we're currently, to show the severity of the times that we're currently in right now. And of course, I have more news articles going into the exact same thing, okay, a time of trouble upon the earth. But this is another article and it reads, the killing of Christian student Deborah Samuel by a mob who accused her of blasphemy against the Prophet Muhammad in Nigeria's Muslim northern Sokoto state led to fractious debate online and a number of false and misleading posts that risked inflaming religious tensions in a country already troubled by violence. Okay, a majority of the violence is being perpetrated by the Hamites living in this country against the Israelites also living in the country. Okay, and this is going into the woman that was killed by, or the girl that was killed by okay, some of these Hamites, some of these Muslim Hamites out down here in in the northern Nigeria. I won't say down here in I won't say down here, but in northern Nigeria. Okay, and it's just it's just Christians killing Muslims. Okay, and whether the girl was an Israelite or not, I don't really know too much about that. Okay, they didn't really want to go into it because all these Christians are using this as means to show that they are truly, serving the Most High, quote unquote. Okay, saying that the persecution by these Muslims because we are preaching sweet Jesus, that kind of thing. But that's not what this is all about. This is the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai once again falling upon you people out here for your wickedness, man. So continuing on. Samuel was stoned to death and her body burnt on May 12, 2022 by Muslim students from Shehu Shagari College of Education after they deemed a post by her on social media to be an insult to the Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, so basically what happened is that she made a post online and they found her, okay, stoned her to death and burned her alive. So that's me, you Nigerians like to make, I'm in my house, come and beat me, it's not going to save you anymore, okay? The internet in Nigeria went into overdrive. In the state capital, also called Sokoto, what started out as an online debate about the killing escalated into a citywide unrest when demonstrations in support of two students arrested in connection with Samuel's murder turned violent. And this is just going to show, how crazy the times are in right now, where people are actually out here supporting the killers. Like, yeah, like, yeah, yes, and people are, publicly online, okay, supporting these killers, talking about they did the right thing. Anybody that speaks against, Allah and speaks against His prophets, they should be put to death, okay. And you had people supporting, this those comments online, likes, retweets, and the whole 9 yards, okay. That's the time that we're coming into right now, where this is basically a highlight or an example of showing you how the prophet will be persecuted. Okay, yeah, persecuted in these coming times, okay, because of we speaking against this kingdom and against all the evils and the wickedness that's going on in this kingdom, okay. And this is what you're Okay, and this is the time that we are soon going to be coming into, man, because you think Esau Edom isn't going to do this exact same thing. Okay, you think Esau Edom isn't going to start just putting Jake to death just for having connections with the so-called quote unquote Hebrew, the so-called black Hebrew Israelites. Okay, so continuing on. So this is the book of Second Ezra 16 verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Okay, and this is exactly what these people out here in the world they want to do to the men of the Lord. Okay, the men that are prophesying and out here on the highways and byways, teaching and preaching. Amen. When Jacob's trouble comes, okay, these people actually will have the opportunity to do all these things, okay, because these are times that are coming into, men, the times of great evil, because because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, okay. There is nobody's looking at anybody anymore, nobody's respecting or fearing or respecting the position of anybody anymore, man. They shall have no pity, neither old nor young, man or woman, but shall slay utterly. Okay, that's the thing, and those are the times that are coming into. So don't think that just because they are in the first world, oh well, this is a civilized country, this is the West, that kind of thing can happen here. Hell no, man. You've obviously forgotten, who Esau Edom is and who these red people that you are living with, so that are calling so-called civilized, man. Those are the fucking Edomites, man. Are the same ones that ransacked the temple twice, okay? Put so many of our people to death, sodomized the men, did the same, sodomized the women as well, okay, and ate them, okay. So you don't know what So all hell is about to break loose right now. I mean, you're seeing it happening all over the earth, and you people also in the third world as well. I think, oh well, because I'm not in these Western nations, I'll be okay. Now I won't have to worry about eating a missile because I'm not in Babylon the Great. Well, guess what? The Most High got something for you, man, and this is the way that He's showing that, okay, with this violence they are seeing happening to people out here, man, with these extremists, insurgents, terrorists, and that's how the Most High gets the third world with that with all kinds of violence, okay. That's what you are seeing, here in Africa and other places, okay. You're always hearing about, you're always hearing news about, civil wars, okay, civil unrest, insecurity, all kinds of threats and militia groups committing all kinds of all acts of violence and this and that, okay. Because when this Jacob struggle hits me, you're going to be seeing all kinds of unspeakable things happening, happening to people out here, man. Going to be seeing, the FEMA trips, the UN trips. I can't even imagine how it's going to be in the third, in these third world countries, okay, in these underdeveloped countries, okay, during that time, because and it's going to be the same thing in the first world as well. When you see these troops just completely, letting loose, completely going unhinged and just, doing all that they desire, all their will, all their wickedness, and letting it out upon these people out here. You people out here in the world aren't ready for the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, and the wrath that He will show with His most, with His sword, okay, His most powerful sword upon the earth right now, which is Esau Edom. But anyway, that's not what we're going into right now. We are going into this situation right here with basically going, basically with this situation right here, we're basically heathen and heathen, pagan heathens, heathen pagans, putting each other to death and calling for violence against each other, man. Because you people, okay, especially you, Wakitaki Christians, okay, or you jakes that are still in Christianity, you deserve everything that is coming to you, man. And the Most High is going to do far worse to you people out here, okay? Lest unless you repent or accept you repent, as the scriptures say, you shall also likewise perish. So let's get the next one. I could have continued reading on, but I didn't want to really go too deep into that because it was going into other things, you know. It was talking about fact checking and nonsense like that. But continuing on, gunmen beheaded Anambra lawmaker. Soludo places 10 million bounty on killers. And this is second Esdras, the 15th chapter at work right here. They shall not regard kings nor princes, but you know, let me just get that. Let me get that. Second Esdras 15. So this is the book of Second Esdras 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the cause of their action shall stand in their own power. And Second Esdras 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So what you have, just like the headline says, you know, gunmen, okay, behead Anambra lawmaker. Soludo places 10 million bounty on killers. Once again, more showing you the plague of the soil and showing you that war, okay, and violence truly is a plague, okay, and the plagues are being controlled by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So continuing on, ICE is going into, you know, the southeastern part of Nigeria where a lot of jigs, and this is a region that is predominantly 99.99999 so on and so forth percent jig. Okay, so this is, and you can see the guy that actually got killed. That's the guy on the left, man. Bald head, you know, smooth face, showing you that he was a whole, you know, fully given into the wickedness of Babylon the Great. And the guy on the right as well, the same thing, you know, smooth faced, probably bald head under the cap, and he's even wearing a cap, showing you that they are fully, you know, committed to the doctrine and the philosophies of Babylon the Great. So continuing on, gunmen have beheaded Okechukwu Okoye, the lawmaker representing Governor Chukwuma Soludo's constituency in the Anambra State House of Assembly. The lawmaker and his aide, Cyril Chiegbuka, were kidnapped on Sunday along Agoluzigbo Road, Anaocha local government of the state. He represented Agwata 2 constituency in Anambra State. Eyewitnesses told Channels Television that Okoye's head was dumped at Chisco Park in Amich Nnewi South local government area on Saturday, 6 days after he was abducted. And I actually saw the video of when they dropped his head there, and I recognized that spot, man. I'm not going to die, you know, because I don't know if I actually said this before, but Anambra is my hometown, basically, my village, you know, where my family comes from, both from my father and my mother's side, okay? The ancestral home of my parents, you know, that is right next to this place where this dude's body was actually, this dude's head was actually dumped, okay? That's basically the same street, right in the front of the street where my parents, you know, my parents grew up. That's where they dumped this guy's head. But that's not even the reason why I'm actually doing this video. The reason I'm doing that's not the reason why I'm actually brought up this article. Okay, the reason why I brought up this article is showing you how bad, you know, the situation on the earth is getting right now. Okay, for any of my Nigerian viewers out there, where lawmakers, you know, normally you get kidnapped, they pay the ransom, and then they release the guy. Okay, but here you have they kidnapped him, put him to death, and dumped his head, you know, just for everybody to see. And basically that's showing you how bad it is in the southeast, okay, in the east right now. And a lot of people can't even travel to to the east right now because of how bad the situation is. And that's why I read because of how bad the situation is. And that's why I read Second Esdras 15, verse 17. Okay, a man shall desire to go into a city but shall not be able to because of the violence, okay, because of the insecurity and the conflict, all the things that is going on within that city. And that's what this article is going into, okay? Showing you an example of these kind of situations because you had a while back where there were a lot of killings going on, okay? This same area, this same southeastern part of Nigeria where Jake is, okay? Lots of killings going on, okay? By these Hamites against you Israelites, okay? And you're still having them going on. You're having kidnappings going on. Okay, and that's another, a lot of the people involved in those kidnappings are Jake. Okay, or basically all kinds of, I'm not going to use the same word, insecurity all around, because they don't even know what the law enforcement in this country is really doing, and for all these things to be happening. Little while ago, you had them talking about how there was a war against terrorism here in Nigeria, but the terrorists are still running rampant, doing as they please, okay? Even with all the so-called accomplishments of the Nigerian government, but you are seeing that the people are being terrorized, okay, by, well, that's another thing that they always use in the news, unknown gunmen. Okay, the people are being terrorized by some unknown force that, but anyway, that's beside the point. Let's continue with the article. Eyewitnesses told Channels Television that Okoye's head was dumped at Chisco Park in Amish, Navy South local government area on Saturday, 6 days after he was abducted. Police public relations officer Tochukwu Ikenga confirmed the incident on Saturday night. Reacting to the murder, Governor Charles Soludo condemned gruesome killing of the lawmaker and commiserated with his family on the loss. Soludo, in a statement by his media aide, Christian Aburime, described the lawmaker's killing as heartless and barbaric, saying he received the news with rude shock and deep sadness. Okay, and that's the last article I want to go into, and now you're seeing wickedness has multiplied, increased upon the earth. Okay, because iniquity shall abound, right? The love of many shall wax cold. That's Matthew 24, verse 24. Okay, and this is all a result of the wickedness that we're living. Okay, that's not it. Okay, so that's not Matthew 24, verse 24. Okay, Matthew 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay. And I could also get the same pictures in the book of First Maccabees. Okay, that evil is multiplied on the earth after the rulership of Esau, Edom. But because we are living in a wicked kingdom ruled by a wicked ruler, you are seeing, you know, and of course, this was prophesied as well that in the latter days, in the last days, okay, that wickedness will multiply on the earth, okay, and you see more of these, basically unnecessary, acts of violence right here, man. The plague of the sword, just you know, people just out here still slaying and killing and doing as they please, okay, in wickedness, of course, okay. But I don't really have much to say concerning that. It's just what's going on, just to update you people out here through the spirit that prophecy is going forth. The judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going forth, and this is truly the end. So you can't say, okay, that these kind of things were happening during the time of your fathers, and during the time of your grandfathers, and so on and so forth. You can't say that these kind of things were happening. Okay, you can clearly see that the things happening on the earth are getting worse and worse and worse, because these are the times that are coming into, the times of the end of this kingdom. And the end is, the scriptures don't tell you at the end of this place, okay, that it will go out peacefully, or it will go out with silently and without any uproars or any evils going forth. Okay, but it tells you that there will be a great evil, great tribulation. Okay, Jacob's trouble happening when this kingdom is about to be taken out, and that's what they are seeing. Okay, so with that, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Racha Kwadash Wa Abad Babal Shalom.